she can do whatever the fuck she wants. But also to be self-sufficient for yourself and not have to rely on anybody.
Self-sufficient. And you see that do you think if you had your child before social media and whatnot, do you think I don't know, man, do you sometimes think about it and think maybe if God had his different plans, you would have preferred to have your child before social media? Do you ever think about these kind of things?
All right, so again, giving away my age, my child, I had my child before the boom of Instagram, right? We were still living in Facebook days. We just finished. I think some people were we were still living in Facebook days, right? Don't worry. MySpace was gone. Yeah, right. Right. We were still living in Facebook days. I say this to my friends all the time. I remember we had one friend that used to have a physical camera that she would bring out to the rave, and we'd have to wait until she got home that night to upload all the photos onto Facebook to be able to tag ourselves to remember what the night was like, right?
Crazy.
For me, being a parent in social media, I feel like I've got it easier. My daughter wants nothing to do with being in the limelight.
Oh, no, she not one of them kids.
Nope, she wants nothing to do with it. You will struggle to find a picture of my daughter on my page because she's not on it. And if she don't want it, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
The few times I have posted her, it's been because she's allowed me to, or I've done it in secret. She's just not on it. She's not that kid, right? Or I'll say, send me a picture. I'm like, so when you go missing, and the police say, can you send us a recent picture?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, these kids,
even like when I see some people, like even big man or women or whatever, some people obviously like, I get it, they don't want to show their faces. But I just think to myself, if that's the case, why don't you just get out the picture? Don't take the picture out. What's the point of just showing me a picture of like you covering your face? It's like, but yeah. But I hear it though, man.
So I am so glad that my wildest days were not captured on social media. We lived a life.
Come on.
We lived a life. I'm glad my wildest days weren't captured on social media.
Yeah.
I don't worry too much because my child's not on it like that. But I do worry for other people's kids because, you know, the internet's forever.
Forever, ever.
The internet is forever.
Forever, ever?
And at one point, I had to tell my daughter she couldn't watch one of my shows until she got a bit older. Right? There are still some shows that I haven't told her about because you didn't need to watch that. But even with my nieces and stuff, like I've had to say to them, no, like you can't watch certain shows. And then one day, I get a message from my niece and she's like, oh, Auntie Nims, is this you? Is this you? On big Amazon, got me on the screen. And I'm like, does your mum know you're watching that? Yeah, she put it on. Okay, then. That's fine. Yeah, you can watch it then. If your mum said it's okay, fine.
Yeah.
But social media is wild. I remember maybe 5-6 years ago, I went out on a date. And I've walked in. This girl's walked up to me. She's like, the waitress, she's like, I know you. And I'm like, you do? She's like, yeah, I've seen you on TV. I said, no, babes, it's not me. It's like, no, babes, not me. I think you got me mixed up with someone else. She was like, no, I swear it's you. I was like, no, it's not me. Sitting down, eating my food. Then she comes over. She's like, it is you. It is you. I genuinely do not know what she's talking about, okay? Right? I don't know what she's talking about. She was like, yeah, using that Channel 4 program. Then the penny dropped and I knew what she was talking about. And I said, did you recognise me from something I did 5 years ago?
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
5 years ago, I did something for Channel 4.
Yeah.
On a 3-minute short. A 3-minute short. I was in the background of every episode. There was like about 12 of them, but I was in the background of most episodes.
Yeah.
But I had my own episode where I was in it for like 30 seconds and then I had another one later on. But from that, I got recognised. I was like, gosh, this thing is scary.
You just never know
Who's watching
and how they're gonna see you. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Absolutely.
Do you ever feel like and this could be for anything, innit? Any of the things that they're doing. Do you ever feel like time is running out?
Time, I do. I and this is where I fight with the concept of time, because I hate looking at time as being linear and being rigid. Right? I hate it. Like, you know, for someone who thinks in linear terms, 2 minutes is 2 minutes, right? In my terms, 2 minutes is however long it takes for me to get it done. But it's going to be a short amount of time. It's not going to be a long amount of time. It's going to be a short amount of time. It's just not 2 minutes, right? Might be under, might be over. But I'm not constrained to it has to be 120 seconds. But time running out, I've definitely gone through moments where I thought, am I too old to be doing this? Should I be doing this? Am I going to have to stop wearing colourful wigs at some point because I need to really act my age? I ain't never doing it. Yeah, I will be a bashment granny with a bright blue wig on, shaking my head from side to side, saying, yeah, come on, right? I've definitely thought, have I taken too long to do things? Is it the right time to do things now? And ultimately, you won't know until you try.
It's true. It's absolutely true. And obviously, even speaking about time running out, innit? Obviously, man and women, we all got different bodies, innit? And obviously, like when I speak to a lot of women, obviously sometimes women want obviously to settle down at a certain age, have kids, have a family at a certain age, you get me? And obviously sometimes in reality, you get me? Like big up reality team TV, by the way, but yeah, in reality,
Plug.
come on, sometimes you just have to. But yeah, in reality, it's like, you know, like things don't always turn out obviously how we want them to, innit? Like
100%.
how we plan them out to. So obviously, both of us here, we know, like, obviously as a guy, sometimes even, for example, if we both wanted to start a family, for example, here, like, obviously as a man, you get what I'm trying to say?
As a man, you can have a family well into your 70s. You can still be popping off pitney.
You get where I'm
As a
coming
female,
from. There's like,
time.
you get me? There's a certain time.
There's a time with
time space in it. Like you, like obviously we just touched on it a little bit of camera, but just in general, with whatever you might wanna share, whatever. Just in terms of like, obviously making your family a bit bigger, marriage, and all of these other things as well. Because obviously, again, like here, we specifically talking about things that obviously in a content creation world, like things that you do. But I think also on the other hand as well, like your proper personal life. I think for me, I think that's even more important, because at the end of the day, like all of these things that you're doing, once upon a time, obviously, like you would, I would assume, get to a point where either you're retired or stop some of them, but obviously
life is still there. Home is still there.
Home is still there. Whatever you was meant to build, is all of that is still there. So yeah, like how is that for you?
Every day I question whether or not I know I want more kids, but I question whether or not it's gonna happen. Right? And for many reasons. Like, even if I was to decide to get pregnant tomorrow, there's an 18-year age gap, probably 19 by the time the child will be born. Do I want to be doing that again? I mean, I do, but 19 years is a big age gap. You think you remember? You think, right? But then again, the first time round, it was just me and my daughter. And I was able to travel. I was able to take her away. I was able to live a pretty decent life. But it was hard. And there is no way in the economy that we live in today that I would even consider doing that by myself like this today. So again, planning wise, how long do you need to be with someone before you decide you want to have a kid with them? It's not something that you should just be jumping into.
Real
so
talk.
Again, all of this time that it's taking for me to get to know someone is taking time away from the clock that's ticking. So so no matter what, it's a double-ended sword because you take the time to get to know someone, but the time's ticking. By the time you're ready for it, it might be too late. So there's the time getting to know someone, and then because what you don't want to do is do the opposite of rushing into it and then realizing that this person's a cunt and you can't really deal with them, and it's not gonna work.
Because I think this gives so many women like mad anxiety, thinking, oh my God, I haven't had this, A
lot of my friends
and I feel like,
have one kid.
Bless them, man.
Right, have one kid. And I know we all want more, but life has got in the way. And I feel like families are so much smaller than they used to be. I think families were excessive before.
Of course.
I think it's excessive. There's no reason. Like, my parents got eight siblings between them, right? 8 on one side, 9 on the other. Like, are you lot all right? Who? Why are you popping out babies like that? Slow down, Grandma. Yeah? Slow down, Grandma. Okay? Right? It's not necessary. But we've gone from my parents having 7 siblings each to me having 3 siblings to my child just being my child. Like, what's happening? I have a lot of friends that are childless and a lot of men that are childless as well, which I've noticed is high. It used to be that men were out there flinging out their seed here, there and everywhere. And now...
the times are just different.
Times are different.
Like, even me, like, I got 3 kids. Like, because I'm originally from a big family as well. Like, typical big African family. But now, I think to myself, like, I don't even know if I want more kids, because... it's just different. Things are just... expensive. Expensive. And even things are just... You get one to my say, they're just different, man.
And that's one of the things that this is like, people might think I'm weird, right? I didn't take my child on holiday until she was old enough to remember it. Why am I wasting money taking you somewhere? I got to pay for a whole seat for you, and you're not going to remember that in 5 years.
Yeah, that's actually a proper good way to look at it. Other parents, I think they've got this thing where it's
we have to take them.
I remember it, and then maybe I'll show them pictures or whatever.
No.
My Nims is not on that. Nah, man. No. Yeah, I'm gonna remember it, but you're not gonna remember it. So let me go
not
by
on
myself.
My money. Not on my money.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You need to be old enough for kids club. Because mummy wants to drink at the bar. You need to be able to remember the trip, right? People will be showing you pictures of you as babe. Do you remember this picture now? I was 2, babes. How?
Bear that goes on in my family, and I'm like, I just say a little nigga, like, I don't remember.
Yeah. Do you remember Uncle John? I used to watch you when you was a baby.
Brother. Brother.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Nah. Nah. We're not doing any of that.
Yeah. Do you think, like, which part of, obviously we're all developing in different ways, isn't it? Like, either internally, physically, things I want to do. Like, do you think, like, which part of you do you feel like still needs a lot more work? It could be anything.
What part of me still needs more work? Confidence. I think everybody needs to remember to look at their confidence, because we all have moments where we doubt ourselves, right? And again, it's a natural human reaction to things. And when I say confidence, the confidence to believe that I'm doing the right thing. Yes, self-belief. I think it's probably a better phrase. Just to know that you're doing the right thing, keep pushing. Because when a few things go bad or it doesn't necessarily work out the way you thought it would, it's very easy to say, okay, you know what? I can go work in Sainsbury's, or I can go do this, I can go do that. Why am I struggling over here? So it's just to keep staying focused and reminding myself that I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah. Like the power, we touched on this earlier before the camera came on, the forgiving people and all of these things and whatnot. And obviously you said your response was fucking hilarious and really real and funny.
Forgiving and forgetting.
Yeah. Like, do you have like, because I believe obviously bare people, we all go through shit. Bare people have got things that people, even relationships, friends or whatever, family even, who they've gone through some shit and for whatever reason, like obviously they still ain't forgetting each other or that person haven't forgotten that person. So for me, like this is actually a question that I was really looking forward to asking you. Yeah, do you feel like you could ever get to a point in your life, where you can fully, yeah, forgive everybody in your life and whatever's happened and fully forgive them and completely move on?
So for me, I think forgiveness is different things for different people, right? Never forgetting, right? I'm never going to forget how someone made me feel, right? Forgive. Do I care enough to forgive you? You see, if you have done something to me that's that bad that you need forgiveness from me, chances are it's never going to happen.
You're never going to get it.
You're never going to get it because that I need to give you forgiveness because of you doing me wrong. So I must give you the grace so you can sleep at night. Guess how I sleep at night? That's how I sleep at night. Dribbles and everything. Just fine.
So why do you think...
I think people want forgiveness to make themselves, to absolve themselves. I'm not giving you forgiveness for that. I'm good. Without having to give the forgiveness. I don't need to do that.
What about, so are you one of them people that believe like for your internal peace, like there's certain people that even if you do not fucking forgive them fully or whatever, internally you're gonna be fucking fine. You get me? Because sometimes you got some people who say for you to be completely at peace and all of these things, you need to forgive all of these people to a certain degree.
No, I think people who tell people that they have to forgive people, that they have to do this and they have to do that, are Bible pushers. That's what I feel like. They're like Bible pushers. Okay. That you want to indoctrinate me into something. Why is it that you can't, just because you can't conceptualize this in your head, that I'm okay with this? You think I'm holding on to something. I'm not. The fact that I say I'm not going to forgive someone is because I'm not giving you the power to say that you've done anything hard enough for me to forgive you for. I'm not giving you that.
Facts.
I just cut you off and I'll talk to you like you're a stranger outside. Hello, nice to meet you. Right? Forgive. Forget. No, I need to remember what you did because I don't want to feel that again. And I need to remember the signs, what led up to that moment.
In case you come across
it again. Now, some people say, oh, you can't let go of the past. This is me letting go of the past. You see, exes for me. Exes, I don't know where they are.
Are you not friends with any of your exes?
Why?
I mean, sometimes...
But that's an ex.
Yeah.
The only ex that I chat to is my daughter's dad because we have a child together.
Yeah.
Why am I talking to you? That's my past.
Because maybe, some people obviously there's different levels to, like, obviously dramas, why people break up and whatever. What about maybe if shit just didn't really get to work out and you guys obviously fell out, but it wasn't that deep, and then obviously later on down the line...
Why are we friends again?
Bombo Club.
Why are we friends again? We were lovers. We were on a different level. Why have we toned down this thing to something else now? Because, and it's I must kiki with you like I kiki with my best friend. No.
Right.